Hi, my name is Isabella. Welcome to Make Your Own's YouTube channel. Today I'm going to show you how to crochet this beanie. I have made the hat out of two colors so that it's easier to demonstrate how to do it, but you can just make it in one color if you prefer. For this project, you're going to need 200 grams of chunky wool from Make Your Own, a crochet hook, and a thick needle. It takes approximately 5 or 6 hours to complete, and I hope you like it. Alright, so we're gonna start by making a slip knot. I create the slip knot by wrapping the yarn around my fingers like so. Then I use my hook to go under the first and pick up the second one and pull through like so. I then make it a bit tighter like so. And now we can move on to the next step. The next step is to create a chain of 30. And in order to make the chain, you use the hook to grab the yarn and pull through the loop. And once again, I grab the yarn and pull through the loop on the hook. I then continue until I've made 30. Okay, so now I have made 30 and we can move on to the next step. So chain 1 extra, turn project, and now we're going to be making slip stitches into the first 3. So into the first one, pick up the yarn and pull through. Into the next one, pick up the yarn and pull through. And one last time. So we have made 3. Now we're going to make 3 single crochets. So into the next one, pick up the yarn, and instead of pulling through now, I'm going to pick up the yarn once again and pull through both loops, like so. I repeat this step 2 more times. So I pick up the yarn and pull through both. One last time. We're gonna do half double crochets all the way to the other end. In order to make the half double crochet, you wrap the yarn around your needle, around your hook, go into the next one, pull up a loop. When you have 3 loops on your hook, you grab the yarn once again and pull through all of them. So wrap the yarn around your hook, go into the next one, pull up a loop, grab the yarn and pull through. Okay, so I have worked my way down to the other end, into every single one. Now I'm going to chain 1 and turn project. So we have worked from the top to the bottom. Now we're gonna work from the bottom to the top. And for this row, we're going to be working into the back loop only. This is what creates the ribbed effect. So instead of going into the hole like this, we're only going to be diving into the back loop like this. So pick up the yarn, make a single crochet, back loop only all the way up. I am making the single crochet by going down, picking up the yarn. When I have 2 loops on my hook, I grab the yarn again and pull through both. So I will continue doing this until I have reached the top. Alright, so I have reached the top once again. I am going to chain 1, turn project, and now we're going to be repeating the same step as we did for the first row. So into the first one, I'm going to be making a slip stitch. I just pull up a loop and pull through. So I go into the second one, pull up a loop, and pull through. And one last, pull up a loop and pull through. Then we're going to be doing 3 single crochets. So 1, 2, and 3. I am simply going into the hole, picking up a loop, grab the yarn again and pull through. Now we will be working half double crochets all the way down. So wrap the yarn around your hook, go into the next one, pull up a loop. When you have 3 loops on your hook, grab the yarn once again and pull through. So I have reached the bottom again and I am chaining 1, then turn project. Now we're going to be working all the way to the top again, and we're just repeating the same steps as we did last time when we worked from the bottom to the top. So I am going into the back loop only and making single crochets all the way up. So back loop only, I go down, pick up the yarn, grab the yarn and pull through. And this is what creates the ribbed effect. So as you can see, it creates these beautiful lines on the right side. So I have reached the top, I'm turning project. Now I'm making 3 slip stitches. So 1, 2, and then 3. Then I'm making 3 single crochets. So 1, 2, and 3. And then I'm going to continue making half double crochets all the way back down to the bottom. So I wrap the yarn around my hook, go into the next one, pick up a loop, grab the yarn and pull through all the way down. And as I mentioned, we're doing the same steps for when we're working from the top to the bottom and when we were working from the bottom to the top. So alternate between those 2 rows until you have made a hat that is long enough. I am making about 40 rows, but you can of course make more or less depending on how wide you want your hat to be. Okay, so I have a total of 18 rows. I am halfway through and I am almost out of yarn, so I'm going to change yarn by adding this white instead. You can of course continue with the same color yarn if you'd like, but I thought that I'd show you how I attached these two ends together. So I'm scooching my work over to the side. I am going to lay it flat like so, and the other piece under. I then go under and over like so, and tie the knot like this. I put it under and then over and into the hole and pull it tight like so. So now I can continue crocheting just like I've done, alternating between the two different rows. And when I have a total of 38 rows, I am done. And when I have made 38 rows, I'm going to show you how to sew it all together. All right, so I have crocheted a couple more rows and I'm happy with the size of the hat. So if you want the hat to be wider, you can simply just continue until you have reached the size that you want. And now I'm going to sew it all together. I'm using a big needle so that I can use my yarn to sew it together. So I'm going to just thread the needle like so. Then I am going to use the loop that I have used in crocheting and just pull through so that it is closed and tight. Okay, so I'm going to sew the two ends together. I'll be using the holes on the side to sew it all together. So I'm pairing 1 to 1, pulling through the yarn. And when I have a small loop, I take my needle and go into the loop and pull through. Like so, and pull it tight. So, into the next one. Like so, and pull through. When I have a small loop, I take my needle and go through again. Like so. So into the next one, pull through. Oh. And when I have a small loop, I grab the needle and go through once again. And I just continue like this until I have reached the end. will cut this yarn off at the end and then use the same yarn at the top. I'm sewing into the bumps. So, as you can see here, there's a bump. All the way around the hat, like so. Holding it tight. And then when I reach the other end, I will be tying it off and fastening the little tail of yarn that's left. So into the last ones, so that you get back to where you started. And you can also use some of the holes just to go through. It's not really, you don't have to be that careful as long as you just sew it all together and make the top very tight so that there's no hole at the top. So I'm pulling at both ends of the yarn, making it all tight. As you can see, it's all pulled together. I'm gonna tie this off and attach the last bits of the yarn. This will actually be the inside of the hat. So as you can see, this is the side with the beautiful ribbing. This will be the outside. So this little knot and these stitches won't really show. And once you have turned the hat, it should look something like this. Flip it so that you get this beautiful beanie effect, and it should look something like this. Thank you for watching. I hope that you have enjoyed crocheting this beanie together with me and that you are happy with the result. Have a good day. Bye!